Well, we have been very slowly picking away at the cleanup of our massive explosion area. We've leveled out this area right here by the end of the farm. I've kind of moved back and kind of cleared out the mountainsides on that end. There's a little peak here, and I think what's going to happen next is we're going to be able to make a big flat floor to kind of cover up the parts that went way deeper than I was anticipating. I was looking to make remove some of the mountainsides, but I didn't want to have to do a bunch of digging out, but we overkilled it just a little bit, but that's okay. And then I've got a plan for a build here, but I think what we're going to do next is something completely different. I think we're just going to leave that project be for the minute, because that is not going to be an overnight fix. This is going to be quite the project to fix. What I want to work on is actually more aqueducts. Not the drinking water one, but actually for the spring water that you can use for healing. Since the aqueducts have tiers to them, I want to also run the hot water through, and I believe I have some up on that hillside over there. So what I think I want to do is actually clear out some trees and make an aqueduct that goes from over there across this hillside in the back here, and get it in a state so that it's ready to bring on to the rest of the farmlands. And if we get that done, that would be quite the accomplishment, but that's gonna take some time, and I'm thinking we have to make some new tools, but that's okay. I think that's what we're gonna work on next, especially removing the trees. If we can get that done, we can see what we have to work with and go from there. Also, it's going to be time to harvest our fruits here soon, because it is currently early autumn and I don't want to miss our harvest, because I've kind of been negligent about our food a little bit. I've not been very good at keeping up with it. So I need to make sure that we have food to last us through the winter as we begin these next projects. So let's go make an axe and then remove a bunch of trees. I think that's what we're going to do next. We've done a little bit of harvesting, and now I've got a bunch of fruit jars, mostly blueberries, elderberries, and then I've started to make some of the red apple jams that I've been able to make into my sandwiches now, so I actually have a better saturated sandwich. And that will help with the food department. I need to get some more wood on these fires to finish that up. And get a little bit more sugar, but that's okay. And then over here, we've actually cleared up all of the trees in our way. And I think we are now ready to begin building our aqueduct. Let's get up here and take a look real quick. So I want to start it right at that hot springs line and take it all the way down through this little area. Go through the jumping puzzle. Gonna be good. And then right over in this area here where there's a big dip, I'm probably gonna stop it and then send it north-south. And I don't think we get the north-south one done today. I think I'm just gonna be doing this east-west one. But if I get that done, that's a big project right there. And then we can constantly keep chipping away at the other big project. But I think we're going to start placing some blocks. That should be our next step. It looks like we've got a new moon and the sun is just chasing the moon. Like it's almost going to catch up. I wonder if there's eclipses in this mod or with the what was it, the stellar view for the sun stars mods. That would be so cool if you could get a random eclipse event to happen. It doesn't have to happen often, but it would be so cool if it just slowly catches up, and when it gets in front of it, the sky goes dark. Man. But just ideas for Minecraft. Eclipses. I think it'd be cool. Anyways, we have added in this hot spring aqueduct, and I've brought it about parallel to where that other one goes from our original aqueduct, and eventually we're gonna have to build a connecting one from there to here. And my plan is, on the original aqueducts, there's already a layer on the where you walk across that has the water source coming from over there, and above it I'm going to have the hot spring water, so I can always divert either of the waters wherever I need them throughout the farm. So then we have basically a hot spring water and normal water available wherever we want to send it to, while maintaining our cool aqueduct design. So if we take a look at this, and the sun is setting, so this kind of works out for perfect timing here. But let's head out into our farmland here and get a good look at our aqueduct and see what we think. I think that adds a little something on the north end of the farmlands. Kind of just have a nice little viewpoint to work with. Yeah, I really like how that has come out. And if you notice in the farm, these little gravel spots, these are gravel that have been launched from the explosion when we blew up the landmass over there. There's pieces of gravel that have fallen throughout the farm, so I have to clean that up at some point, but I'm going to wait till spring to be able to do that so that I can actually plant the whole farm again. We've got a little bit of food, and probably enough to make us through the winter, but it's not great food. But yeah, I really love this aqueduct design. I think it looks really cool. And I'm very happy with how this is turning out. Let's go ahead and sleep here. Enjoy the stars for a minute. Ooh, oh, right. Super hollow cave of zombies down below. Let's go up and take a look at this aqueduct. So we actually have our hot spring water going right down the middle here. And then we also have a second source, if I could get somewhere where I can climb up. I need to work on how I'm going to get around with this thing. Going through the top section as well. So we actually have a couple hot spring points. And this is just so that I can maximize the use of the Y level from where the hot spring starts. Seems like it's at Y, what is this, 110 or so? 112 right through here. So we've got water that comes right through here at the 109, and I think I'm going to come through and add another one right where this part is here in the top. So I might remove these squares here and put another aqueduct line just to maximize that Y level of the hot spring water. And it looks like we've got some icicles growing here, but that's okay. And at the end, I've got an idea for what I want to put down there, but I'm just running out of time and materials to be able to do that for this episode. So that's probably where we're going to leave the aqueduct project for today. But we're going to build some sort of little way to connect these at a 90-degree angle and have it look better than just a straight 90. I want to add like a little building or something here in the corner that I think will help make the area look nice. And then we'll have to deal with the inevitable cleanup over there. But let me know what you guys think of our aqueduct. Do you like how this is coming along and what we've kind of got going on here? And hopefully we'll have some cool plans here. Aqueducts everywhere. Really kind of bringing in that Romanesque feel to it. And we're going to have to remove that guy just because he is just not that. It just isn't as good anymore. So, and not serving a purpose anymore. So yeah, we'll remove this line and then we'll have this pretty aqueduct line going over there, but that'll probably have to be in the next episode here soon. Need to get some more materials first.